Uh, Hello guys, I'm back. I was going to end stream, but Send game is on, and dun 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 dun. All right, there we go. Streams are working. All right, we are watch partying. Send. Pulling it up now.
I mean, I agree it's a 10% chance.
That's why I put it as a 10%. So
there
that's
we go.
for me, boys.
Yeah.
Overall, I think I got
there we go.
Let's go. Pop off, gang.
Better than your earlier prediction.
Okay, well, you know what?
One second.
Now
Make sure the stream's good.
Here. It's time for the results of our
That's
match.
good.
Earlier, we asked you lovely people how many first seeds
all right,
will be
boys.
eliminated over the next 2 days of the competition, and the results are in. Survey says. I think it should be coming up in a second.
Let's go, Sentinels.
Guess so. Guess so. Yeah. There it is. 2 teams.
Oh, okay. That's where we were at.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Which two?
I mean,
I think EDG.
For me, Gen G Fnatic. I think today is the 2.
Those are the 2 he's saying going
Going
Yeah,
through.
yeah,
So
going
you think,
through, yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Gen G make it through, and then you know what? I think it's kind of funny. Crew will win.
Oh, man.
I'll take your 10%.
Doug is yelling.
All right, boys. Getting ready for
Doug
this.
is yelling he's biased, just an FYI, which also is kind of
biased towards
Speaking
comedy.
Of, let's see the predictions and see how biased Achilles is. Oh, shocker!
I mean, I didn't actually go for it.
Yeah, well, I went with Gen G today because I just felt like I mean, you got to look at previous results here, but I am the lone
Hopefully,
crew champion, baby.
hopefully, Sen can pull this out and win.
They're going to contact all over the mat. They're not going to run a single play.
Yeah, they look good against DRX. They got slapped.
There's always a chance it just happens.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Crew will do something silly at the drop of a hat. I'm telling you, it's so capable. But this day is going to be incredible, boys.
Bro, the stream.
I'm excited. We're locked in. This is going to be probably one of the most exciting days.
On some of these viewers come to my stream. Check out me watching this.
So much more to break down, and there's going to be so much more to come. But let's get this show started. JG versus Sentinels, Fnatic versus Crew Visa. Day 9 of Champion Soul starts right now.
I can't wait for the new agent. I hope they're cool as hell.
I know in the past I made this joke about how I've been working out and how I look buff. But at this event, I actually have been working out. And I'm starting to look a little bit bigger. You might think you're working hard right now, but we're working harder. I think I'm ready to lift this trophy. coming up.
TRX, we're gonna choose your own victory over Fnatic. For Fnatic, they still have another life. They still have another chance.
Of course, it feels sad that we lost, but we're still alive in the tournament. All we have to do is beat Crew. Me siento extremadamente confiante.
I think Fnatic the short girl.
Me había sentido tan confiante de mis compañeros que tengo al lado que cualquiera se puede sacar una ronda y puede dar vuelta a todo y nos da ese como momentum de esa partida. I think my most memorable moment against Kesnet was at Chance 21 when he won and dropped us off the tournament. And now we have a chance for a payback. Ver que han pasado 3 años, pero de nuevo se va a demostrar que soy mejor duelista que tú. We've lifted trophies before. We can do this.
Bro, Hero's so sick on this team. That's all I gotta say. I love Sen.
센티넬과 마드리드 결승전에서 패배를 맛봤을 때 후회가 되는 플레이들이 마구 떠올랐고, 그리고 저 트로피를 내가 들고 싶었는데 라는 생각과 그냥 많이 후회했던 것 같습니다. 그리고 화도 많이 냈고.
It was one of the best feelings ever to lift that trophy. I'm very confident that we can make a repeat of the Madrid Grand Finals. I've done it before, I can do it again.
Dude, it's so crazy. Like, Sen and Genji rivalry after this year is just gonna be classic.
둘 중 하나가 집에 가게 될 테니 관객들에게 좋은 경기를 보여주도록 합시다.
Genji, yeah, their symbol is the tiger, but I feel like we're the tiger now, and they're the cat, and we're coming for blood.
That's my team, baby.
Sentinels.
Bro, why is the Val music so good? Bro, I feel like I've watched this like 80 times this year.
This way, these two teams have met each other 3 other times in the past. Today is number 4, and who stands tall? Because it's for all the marbles, and it's for survival in the competition. Here is your series layout. You got Lotus, you got Icebox, and Haven. And
Let's
I
go.
We're going to see Lotus. And I mean, look, it's not a shocker, but Sentinels are the ones who ended up wagering for Lotus there, Achilleos.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the start here on the veto, I think it does make some sense.
It's gonna be a good game.
Continue to not really want to play on Sunset now that they have unveiled that Abyss, but the Ascent ban away here from Sentinels, not wanting a repeat of what happened that first time that they did clash, but they elect to go to Lotus, and Genji goes to Icebox. It's been a strong map overall. They've gotten wins, but they've very rarely been clean ones.
And I really think this is a interesting pick from Sentinels for a couple reasons. First of all, they haven't played it since May 4th, week 5 of stage 1 in Americas against Furia. That's the last time we saw Icebox from them. They've been widely banned. However, this was the decider map at Masters Madrid, where Sentinels absolutely destroyed Genji. This could be them saying, you remember that? You remember that time we did that to you? We're going to do it again here today.
Yeah, but then when
I'm
you
sorry,
look
but
at, Haven
good
at the
chance
end of it there,
Jin
I mean,
goes
again, there's just
too
so
well.
many things.
We don't get to see the
Overall,
Icebox.
What I'm expecting here, fellas, is a phenomenal matchup. I think both teams, I think Genji,
But I hope
they're
to.
going to wake up. I think they will go ahead and shake off what happened in the past. Sentinels, they have found their form, they have found their confidence again. This should be a clash of titans. This should be an absolute war. At least that's what I'm expecting. I wouldn't be shocked if it goes to 3, but if it does go to 3, I feel quite confident in Genji's chances.
I mean, I'm right there with you that Haven, you know, it was at the Ascent. Those maps that they were able to go ahead and take them down on. So I think that in the long term, it could favor them. But, okay, no big overarching changes whatsoever here. So just going to be straight up. I wasn't sure. Sentinels electing to pick up this Lotus versus Genji. Were they going to have something up their sleeve? Were they going to be trying to bring out the deadlock here? No.
They're just going to play each other straight through. And I think that is the best way to approach this.
It's going to be a good
Realize
game.
that in that series against
It's going to be a
FPX,
good
and
game.
they're keeping that trend going here, Paper Thin?
It's going to come down to teamwork, and that's what Sentinel showed in their previous match, whereas Gen G struggled with that against Heretics. So it has to be confidence right now for Sentinels. You have to find ways to keep those Gen G players off balance, to keep them uncomfortable, and to make it hard for Munchkin to make good reads.
My eyes are going to be going to Texture and Lakia, and then Zekin and Saucy seeing that fade raise combination. Who can find value? Who can get the better reads? It can all come down to that.
All right, folks. Well, let's go ahead and dive into map one, shall we? We're going to send it over to your casters. Two guys
This is gonna
who
be
just
nice.
love commentating some of the biggest games possible. It's Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much, fellas. We're gifted with yet another banger. Our two global winners from 2024 will collide on this stage one more time. The difference today, though, is that one walks away with Death of the Year, the other continues their pursuit of glory.
Yeah, this is an obnoxious game. I can't believe we're here. I mean, we thought that this group would have been completely different. Gen G would have made it through, and maybe Heretics would have been in the spot that Gen G is in right now. But Sentinels, I mean, they looked great. The recovery, the turnaround that they had compared to the first
Let's
match
go.
against Gen G,
We are here.
that energy against FBX here today.
We
on
are
this
here.
Lotus. The last time these two teams clashed on this
It's gonna be
map, it was a
interesting.
mirror. It was a 13-7 win for Sen. And oh man, this is going to be an unbelievable start.
I mean, this is the tournament that's on everyone's minds at the beginning of the year. This is what players play for. This is what the entire year is about. And for one of these two teams, it ends today. Sentinels on the attacking side of Lotus. You've got Lakia, who's already taken a lot of space towards A. Now taking a step back, but otherwise, Dre, the map very quiet.
Yeah, it's so timid from both sides right now. No one wanting to make an early mistake. Very default play across the board. It's going to be a lurk smoke on C, putting doubt in the minds of Gen G, but Munchkin, he's getting ahead of that.
Yeah, a smoke out from Karon as well. The Prowler through, but you're right, Munchkin ahead of the line just a little bit. Getting enough info as to what's really going on, and you see as we
Very
see the
slow.
map kind of lean back towards A. A couple of members across the middle of the map.
Ooh,
Lucky's
nice
the
pick,
first one to
John.
fall.
Yeah, he was the solo man there as well. It's all up to Karon here.
With a classic light armor, the wall will conceal their movements. As Texture tries to get a little active, Texture was an absolute demon the last two times these teams faced off.
Yeah, he absolutely shut Zekin out of the series.
Oh my
And he
god,
just
they're so
shut down
good.
Celsius.
At least out of this round, Meteor with a nade and a flash at his feet will fall at the hands of Zekin. His Tens looks to get a little bit more
Tens.
active. Will connect onto Munchkin. Numbers
He has
away in the
armor
attack
and
in a massive
a dig.
amount too, and it's not getting any better
Yeah.
for the #1 seed.
And
for
Zekin's
Bay.
online, yeah.
Sentinels win the pistol, and
It's gonna be a good
quickly,
game.
The last time they played, they won 1 out of the 4 pistols the entire series. They struggled.
And not only that, but it's Zekin getting a 3K into that round, getting momentum. It's something that he couldn't do the last time around against Gen G. And it's something that was able to get them over the hurdle in that
Nice.
grand final in Madrid for Sentinels to take that one home. So this is very important for the side of Sentinels. They need momentum. They're such a momentum-based.
Damn, he said they're
We
nervous.
talked about it 2 days ago.
Damn.
Sentinels dance with FPX. Zekin, unfortunately, he went -17 in the series against Gen G. Those demons are not that far behind him.
Will just be a C hit right off the rip, understanding that they have all gun advantage, all utility advantage, and it's going to be a clear retake from the side of Gen G. What can they really do? They only have a couple sheriffs on Meteor and Texture. And we've seen this post
Damn,
plant
that Molly lineup
a
was
lot from
perfect.
the side of Sentinels. They'll put this deep alarm bot in water with a molly. It's all to delay. And then they'll cycle smokes on default. This is so hard to break through. Seconds having such a map already.
Dude, it's the second round, and
Oh
he's
my
already
God.
1 point away from having his ult online.
And he's hungry. He wants more. Here it is. He gets that ultimate.
I mean, when you have that far of an advantage, you really want to push it.
Oh
That's
my
exactly
God.
what he does. So
Zekin is
some
online.
reasons. You mentioned Sentinels. You mentioned Zekin struggling and how it's important for him to get back online, get the ball rolling as quickly as possible. And I think he's already doing that, 7-1. But also the showstopper round 3. Huge.
Yeah, and they didn't lose a single rifle in the process. John QT, he was sitting on a sheriff the entire time. Yeah, Zekin falls down there, but he got the showstopper like you said, and John was able to pick that Spectre up and now upgrade to a Vandal. And on the other side, it's all light armor across the board. If that showstopper even tags somebody, it's gonna do mad damage and probably take out a couple players. But I will say, in the last series, we saw Zekken whiff a couple of those ultimates. So
Yeah, think about that bind one, that sword right past the
Everyone rose us.
Seems like a lot of pings on the minimap towards B at the beginning of the round. Genji's seemingly wise to it. 3/5 of their teams posted up around here for now.
Bro,
the mid-round,
this is going to be a classic. I can already
while
feel
all
it.
that front B pressure was happening, took all of C control. He's farming up his own little orbs right here. Munchkin needs to be careful right here. If he gets carried out, yeah, that showstopper's going to do the damage.
And the thing
Did
is
it
here
not
for
kill?
Sentinels, you don't have to fully commit to this.
Zelsa's
it seems like they might, though. Tens is already TP'd all the way across. You've got everything back sight.
Okay.
Mowing over Genji.
An absolute firing squad that Texture just ran into.
I mean, he swings, and it's the most terrifying thing you can
Okay.
imagine.
It was diabolical.
And so now, as the dust settles and as the rest of the round kind of comes to a close, you see Sentinels with a really big advantage here. They're up on numbers. You've got John, who's going to get a little
Zekken's
bit closer to
going
having his ult
actually
online.
insane.
Zelsa's halfway to his. Money's in a really good spot. This is the Sentinels that was missing a couple of days ago. This was the Sentinels that was missing in the opening match of this tournament.
Yeah, missing in stage 2, honestly. Even in the playoff, they barely squeaked in. Salsas
Nice
gets the quick
trade.
trade, securing the round, getting closer to that ultimate. And yeah, Zekken wasn't the one that got that showstopper kill. But Saucy doing his due diligence with that Fade Prowler, sniffing out Munchkin. And yeah, there's not much you can do in a spot like that against a showstopper and a Spectre.
No, I mean, you mentioned it. He needed to be careful. That was just that's a brutal one and done
Zeken's
spot.
going crazy.
Yeah. And losing
It's
the bonus
amazing.
round, it can feel so bad. Your economy feels like you can never really get it going.
Korean
That
Sen
being
fans?
said, it's going to
Nice.
be Light Armors again across the board right now, and a showstopper of his own for Texture.
See if he's able to replicate any of that success. Maybe that's the tipping factor here, because you see the buy. It's not great. 2 Stingers and then Sheriffs. For Sentinels, again, a slow start. Pretty metered, pretty tempered, if you will. Just kind of waiting to see if Genji are going to get active, if they're going to try to take some space and
I feel like this is
throw
good for
something
Sen.
aggressive into the fold, and that's exactly right. You got the paranoia that's out, and they're going to give up some of the same main space, trade the paranoia of their own, but manage to get away unscathed.
Yeah, and the big thing here is that all that C control is
I
already
love
gathered.
Molly
So
util.
there's 5 members here,
Being
and the
used to
rotations
kill
can't
other
make it
Molly
in time.
util.
Sentinels are aware of this,
Well, they've
but
got
they're getting delayed.
You got to be careful here, too. There's a brutal crunch. Remember, Texture has his ult. But once again, fully sending out onto C. Saucy will be the first to fall as Munchkin manages to find 2 on the round. There's the ult popped as well. Not connecting onto anything, but Munchkin continues to farm. 3 on the round now. Oh, I thought he had fired it off already. Zelsa's falls on it. It's just John left in a 1v4, and they're weak, but not that weak. A thrifty round for Genji.
He may have been in the wrong position in the round previously, but this time he took things into his own hands. He gets 4 into the round, 3 with the Stinger, gets the upgrade. That allows Texture to go in with that showstopper and secure the round win. And what a way to stop the bleeding. I mean, winning an eco round, now all of a sudden your economy is going to be back in the game. You're back in the mix of things. Genji needed this, and they needed it desperately.
And there was never any doubt.
He's dying. He's coughing just like I am.
Right? They're not the team to roll over. They're not the team to kind of fall in the face of big moments. So you knew it was going to happen. You knew it was inevitable. The question was when. And it just so happens that the stars aligned on the 4th round.
And they're also a team that takes a little bit to get going in series, I noticed. Sometimes, they'll go down, 4 or 5 rounds, and then they'll bring it all the way back and even secure out the map if that. But if not, they can reverse sweep at any moment.
Sure. Zekken already taking a ton of damage. Just
Zekken
off
the
a
goat.
spam through the smokes, 21 HP, no armor left to him.
These teams play at such a high level, both of them. It feels like we're truly watching like just a chess match right now. It's just a battle back and forth of the brains. Sentinels will take space here. Genji will take space there. This tit for tat, blow for blow. The rotations being in full effect. Look, 3 members facing each other in front B. Both teams have such a good read on how each other play.
The spike is rotating back towards B. Both paranoias have been traded. As of personnel on both sides.
Yeah, and exactly. Both players have been traded too.
All of that KJ utility. Pop towards C. They have a decent idea that that's where the hit is, but with 30 seconds left, there's still a couple of options. And once again, 10's the tip of the spear, TPing forward. A little bit separated. How in the world does Meteor win that? Saucy with the swing on the trade. Nicely done. And now with 3v3. As Texture creeping his way forward. The first to fight, the first to find a kill.
Saucy, nice trade.
As has been the case, instantly traded right back 2v2 now. Saucy has his eye. Lockheed has no health left. It's Karen alone. He's been good. Head and shoulders above the rest.
John.
But can he deliver here? Against John QT? No, he cannot.
Cinema.
The leader for
Cinema
delivers once more.
I mean, it was trade for trade the entire way through. It came down to a 1v1. It's that chess match I was talking about. This is going to be such a close series if it continues onward like this. But now, it's ultimates available for the side of Sentinels. Here's the replay of the trading on site. It's so evenly matched, it feels like. Pistol round truly the only difference maker in these rounds in this 1v1.
Nice,
again,
John.
We talked about this when we saw them play against FPS. The big difference was John QT, it felt like, in my opinion. Right? When Sentinels have been good, John has delivered. That's a big moment for him early on.
Getting your IG on the flow stick.
Kieran, you're not tens.
Especially early on. He starts getting the kills. You get more confident in the calling. You start getting better reads.
Oh, they've got him figured out. They spotted him.
That was a tough one.
Nice.
He was there in the previous round, too.
And Sentinels have a good idea of when a player is playing pushed up like that and they're solo to go through the door, the revolving door. No one has met them there yet.
A look back towards A. Texture getting through the ult. He's got a big timing here. A wide swing and 2 kills found. Again, heroics from Texture. But the counterpunch comes through at just the right time. Second down low, spotting one, trying to switch to the weaker weaponry, not finding a kill. Now 2v2, the pit invested 10s on the prowl.
I believe.
So Alarm Bot keeping him just a little bit further back. His Meteor waltzes into his death, right into the crosshair of the controller.
Oh, that's the GOAT.
Does the same.
That's the GOAT.
10's too fast in these moments. Holding the angles.
Oh my god, they play Val so much better than I would ever
Genji Texture.
even dream
He
of
went
doing.
huge in that moment, getting 2, swinging out super wide. Look at this. That's such a wide swing.
Dude, and how many times have we watched Genji and seen Texture do something like that?
Yeah.
Munchkin, Meteor, do something where they're getting 2Ks and 3Ks in most instances where somebody gets traded instantly.
Yep.
But that just seems to be one of their strengths, one of their strong suits, and we're already seeing that play out. I think the big difference
Good shit,
here
Sen. Get him on his
is
heels.
managing to kind of go toe-to-toe with that where they haven't been able to in the past.
Yeah, they figured out the spacing game, right? The problems they had against FPX early on in the first map.
Yeah.
It's carrying over. They fixed it. They fixed that problem. Their spacing is on point. They're getting trades. Even if a player gets 2, they're able to, you know, bring it all the way back. And it's going to be an early timeout for Genji. Remember, the only round they've won so far was that Thrifty off the back of Munchkin. You got 4 kills into that round, 1 showstopper kill from Texture. And other than that, it's been very close, right? We had the 1v1. Karen versus John QT. In this case, it was a 2v2, but 10s. I mean, he just held down that opposite side of the Viper's pit that John QT put down.
Again, it feels like for Genji, part of their calling card has been delivering in the big moments.
Come on.
Anybody on that roster can deliver. Lockheed is a guy that we don't really talk about a ton, but he's just as good, just as stalwart in those high-pressure moments. Again, I think the big difference here is that Sentinels have been able to respond and deliver with a couple of their own.
They're not really getting picked off early either, Doug.
Yeah, I think that's huge. That's part of the 4-round difference here. On the other side of the timeout, what are the adjustments?
All right.
We've got 3 ults on the side of the defense.
Let's see how we're doing.
Got 4 now.
Yeah.
Had a orb gathered.
Again, sweeping a little bit further. Munchkin clearing out the turret. And now the round right for reset.
I mean, the approach from Sentinels on this attacking half has been so calculated, so methodical. They clearly do not want to give anything away early on to Genji.
No. Remember, that's that lurk smoke on C that you mentioned at the beginning of the map, the pistol round, but this one way just sucks to get through.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep on being cycled over and over and over.
It's a good one way.
This is going to be an A reclear into a B split potentially. That's why you see an alarm bot from Zelsis put all the way in the back with SC. Viper Wall gets baited out from the side of Sentinels, but a Prowler also out of the mix.
Sand in that hourglass continues to tick away. 30 seconds left in the round now as they've invested the lockdown. And now it's going to be traded back for another.
A big investment from Gen G.
With still a lot of time left to play in the round, the Prowler just got a little bit of info towards A. Second satchel forward and right into his death. Are they going to be able to navigate some of this? As Lakia is going to fall in exchange.
Look at the time, Doug.
They may have burned the candle down just a bit too low. They're trying to get ahead of this, but the reinforcements are already here. Look at Munchkin's positioning. That's the plan. Stop. That's John QT dealt with assassination style. The round will go the way of Gen G.
Damn.
What a round from Gen G.
Just too slow.
To not make any mistakes. Not give a single inch to Sentinels. Holding all of that A space. Not taking the bait on that Killjoy ult. And what a counter ult from Meteor. What a call. The gall you have to make a play like that when you are down in the weaponry. That's the second Thrifty win already. On the side of Gen G. If they can get things going on these gun rounds, they can bring this one back. So this time, that cautious approach from Sentinels, it works against them. Maybe we're going to see a change of pace. Here it is.
Paranoia already out. The one-way goes up, but they're already past it at this point.
Lakia might get caught right here. He needs to be careful. Oh, that Viper Wall gets up right on time. Munchkin, good awareness in that moment. All that's happened. Yeah, Texture took this deep angle.
With the op, we haven't seen that yet. Saucy's aware of it now. Is he going to be able to get away? No, Celsius chases him down.
Sentinels right now, they have no other choice. They kind of have to just hold W here. There's still 2 mollies they have to deal with. The showstoppers invested from Zekin. He gets chipped down very low.
He didn't have any satchels.
Yeah.
He couldn't go.
Will be a free
He made the space though.
Spike should be planted unless spam.
I mean, it might be a free sight, but it feels like they're walking right into Gen G's trap. Lakia has his ult. Smoke's already going through. Zekin getting a little bit aggressive, getting the best of Meteor, but again, still, that Nightfall in play, and there it is, right on cue tapped. You've got John who's playing his tight end.
Oh my God,
John.
John.
He can stay alive with the help of the nade, sure. Swinging out into Lakia, but not able to convert. He's now left in a 1v3. He's cutting his losses. He's tucking tail. He's getting out of there.
Yeah, he's got to save. What proactivity from Sentinels in that moment.
Let's go,
Ted's
Sen.
holding on to that Paranoia, shooting it through water. Zekin getting aggressive in that moment. And amongst all the chaos, when the retake is coming through, when the flood is actually happening, Sentinels are peaking together. They're not sitting back waiting for the fight to come to them. They're picking really good opportunities to fight together. And the trades are going their way. Full confidence right now for Sen. It was a change of pace at the start of the round.
It was. I think on both sides. I mean, yeah, a little bit more aggressive towards A. You mentioned that, but I think, again, Texture taking that aggressive line towards C with the op.
Thank you for trading me. I love you so much.
That's just a different look, right? We haven't seen that out from them.
A little bit of frustration.
They look cooked.
Again, the op in the hands of Texture. 3 ults to play around.
He was talking to Zelsus. Zelsus traded him.
And I think I gotta go back to what you were thinking or saying a couple of rounds ago. What is that smoke?
Very interesting. Maybe to hide from an aggressive Pond if there was an A fight to be in the mix.
Yeah, possibly.
And it was a fake TP going into a B hit, so they're trying to condition very small number of things. You have to do that when you're at this high of a level of play.
Okay.
Zekin was too far out. Thames was too. Munchkin again, delivering. These are the big moments where Gen G has their way with the opposition. They're yet to win a gun round, but it seems like they're going to here. Forget the Thrifties.
Oh my gosh, he went for more.
Just John QT and Saucy left. I don't know that they really have anywhere to go.
What a shot from Munchkin. That was disgusting. He's looking for more.
And remember, Munchkin was the hero in a couple of rounds ago, the first Thrifty round that they won. Delivering again.
Saucy might just opt to save. I mean, he's got $350 in the bank. Spike is definitely going to have members on it. Texture with that operator being one of them.
Yeah, I do want to go back to the value that Munchkin has been able to provide for Gen G all year.
They're so good.
Right? I know I mentioned it a couple of
Who do you
rounds ago,
support? Sen, of course. Sen train all the way.
Map-changing moments, these series-defining
Sentinels.
It's often
I'm a Sens fan.
And it's often like
yeah. From the top. No one looking at him. He puts his sniper walls up at the most opportune times.
American.
And then he hits shots like that. That's crazy. To be IGL,
Gen G's really good,
be the
though.
forefront of your squad at the same time.
Not
It's
doing
so
too well
hard
right
to
now,
do.
though, but let me not jinx
He's one
anything.
of those IGLs who, like you said, he's been doing it all year long. Such a big part of Gen G's success this year. Such a big part of their consistency.
Is that
this year.
you, Sin Curry?
Getting
No,
second,
Lamau.
the first international, and then winning a championship, the second one in Shanghai.
A level of consistency that hasn't been rivaled. Really
It's gonna be a
in
banger
the
game, though.
history of Valorant, but
I think it's gonna go 3 maps.
Texture once again with the op, looking for any skin, any blood, and nothing found. Oh my goodness! Better late than never.
Oh
I
my
guess.
god. Oh my god! Oh my god!
What a round from Texture.
And Meteor stole his ace again. Bro, these motherfuckers locked in. I might have talked too soon.
So quick with it, and now he's the one at the top. That last kill, what was that? Was he trying to flick second there? I mean, he ended up killing John, I believe.
Oh my god.
The collat, you know, whatever. You
Oh
get
my
lucky, but
goodness.
those last two.
Oh my
Blah!
This is live or OVC? This is happening right now.
And that's scary right now if you're Sen. 4 rounds on the defensive side for Gen G.
It's happening right now.
Here and ready to play.
It's the 4th
Still
time they
sitting on
played
that
this year.
showstopper.
Oh my
And
god.
now Meteor's joining in on the fun. This is the
We
Gen
gotta
G
slow
that's
down.
terrifying. This is the Gen G that wins championships.
We gotta slow down. And come
I
back,
said it,
so
dog.
watch out. Yeah.
Gen G are a team that tends to start off a little
I already
bit
know.
slow, but when they get
I didn't want to
wins,
talk too soon.
they're unbelievable.
I said it was gonna be a banger of a match. I think it's gonna go three maps.
You know, we talk so much about confidence. We talk
That
so much
icebox
about
at the
momentum,
end,
how
icebox the
valuable
last
it is in a
map.
game like this. We've already seen 2 cataclysmic shifts.
And it's
as far as
already
how momentum has
about to
come.
be tie half.
All of a sudden, you have Meteor in the mix of things. We've seen Meteor on this map play Killjoy and just decimate teams.
I think the rivalry between these two teams, though,
And a hard read here.
is gonna be
Mercury's
crazy.
great control.
Going into next year,
Third on top of it. What a nice flick.
Following the tracers all the way back.
Nasty stuff.
send timeout.
So
Yeah.
before we hit the last round of the half,
It's
Sentinels will
necessary.
call a timeout of their own to try to slow things down. I think if you're Sen City here, Dre, you've got to find a way to slow down some of this massive swell of momentum that has currently come up from Gen G. They've won 3 rounds in a row. They've won 4 out of the last 5. And Texture, Munchkin, and Meteor are online in a massive way. And again, those were the 3 names that caused the most heartache for Sentinels at the beginning of this tournament.
Crazy players that could change the game at any moment.
And I want to take this moment to talk through, you know, the desk talk.
Why is this
about it, but I
music
wanna
so
mention
good?
Again, the global dominance that Gen G has had this year. There was that graphic that was flown by the desk. They're 11-2 in their last 13 global matches.
That's obnoxious.
That's asinine. That level of dominance is just absurd. But now they both find themselves again in a position where one of these 2 teams goes home today. And it was in a way that nobody expected. You talked about this at the beginning
Let's
of the
go,
match. You thought it
Sen.
might be Heretics
I still don't understand why
fighting
teams
against
don't
likely Sentinels. And Gen G would be the
disband
ones
or
kind
players
of
quit after
cruising
1
all
year
the way
of
to the playoff
VCT.
stage, but
Yeah, it's very fast paced.
Unbelievable stuff from both sides.
Like basically, I think of it as like one split because there's 3 tournaments. There's 3 international tournaments. I think of that each one of those as like a regular year of a sports team. So that gives you perspective about holy shit, how fast shit moves in VCT.
John QT continues to dance with Daz, just looking for
Like Demon 1 was the best player in the world like less than a year ago, and he got benched, which is crazy. It's crazy just to see how things change. That's why it's so cool to have people like Tens who stayed along through this change in the Sen roster. He's been the consistent one, even throughout the bad times, throughout the good times.
They are. It's so tough. He's ahead of this sniper wall. Oh my gosh. What was that peek from second though? Instas, and they're just gonna run through the door like they have been this entire time.
perpendicular walls, keeping these two teams apart. As one of them goes down, Munchkin gets ahead of it. Second on the jump spot, they understand the threat that's on the other side, and now they decide to wait it out. They're beckoning the fight to come to them. Either you wait out the lockdown, or you fight us.
It got spammed.
Oh shit.
Now Texture not able to hold the line, not able to keep up the resistance. The pit invested, Munchkin trying to trade.
Oh.
Snaps back onto Munchkin.
Okay.
Onto Sasi, excuse me, but
Oh.
Sentinels get to 7.
I think I might be back a
They
little
needed
bit.
that one, but is 7 enough, Doug, on a map like Lotus that is attack-sided?
I'm tempted to say when it comes to the matchup between these two teams, conventional wisdom goes out the window, man.
Could be right. Like, it oftentimes comes down to those micro adjustments, pistol rounds even. Clutch plays.
Motherfucker with the Odin just spraying that shit.
Tiniest of glimpses.
Nice play. Oh, John, wait, look.
Who knows? Know what they're looking at. Probably flashing the bundle or something. I don't know. 7-5, the way of Sentinels. We've got an interview standing by with Rob Moore, the CEO of Sentinels, standing by right now. Take it away.
Bro, that man's so goddamn old.
And I'm joined
What
by
the
Sentinel
fuck?
CEO Mr. Rob Moore. Hi, nice to meet you, Rob.
Thank you so much.
네, 센티널 CEO 럽 모어 씨와의 인터뷰 준비해봤습니다. 이제 서울 방문한 게 오늘 처음.
What does he do? Like,
이번
how do you get his
챔스를
money?
즐기고 계신지 한번 여쭤보겠습니다. Is this your first time in Seoul? How have you been enjoying the city?
This is my first time in Seoul. I think I've already added 5 pounds eating all the great food here.
이 서울 방문은
He looks
처음인데
like
아마
he looks nervous.
오고 나서 한 2-3kg는 금방 찐 것 같다고 얘기를 하십니다.
Looks like someone's
오늘
dad.
센티널 경기 초반에 활약이
Like,
아주 좋습니다.
and like
좀 이렇게
the person's dad that he is like
오늘 멋진
22.
경기 보여주고 있는 센티널 팀은 얼마나 좀
So like they're having a
자랑스러운지
kid, so he's about to be a
여쭤보도록
granddad.
하겠습니다. You must be proud of
That's how he
the
looks.
boys are doing. You know, they started off great. So, how proud are you?
You know, it's been an amazing year, and obviously now this is our 4th time playing Gen G. I'm a little surprised. It's the first time I've ever been in a match where everyone is rooting for the other team. And nobody's wearing a Sentinels jersey today, except for Tenz's uncle.
이제 올해 센티널의 성적이 너무 좋았고 그리고 이제 젠지랑 벌써 붙은 게 4번째인데 사실 경기장에 와서 센티널을 응원하는 팀보다 젠지의 관객들로 이렇게 가득 찬 건 또 색다르다고 합니다. 그리고 또 센티널을 응원하고 있는 텐즈의 삼촌분 빼고는 없다고 하네요. 이거는 이제 센티널의 번들 구매.
Yo.
A minute for you.
What's up, man? How you doing?
으로 돌아가 보겠습니다. Back to Lotus.
You know, for as much as that was lighthearted and you know whatnot and fun to listen to Rob for a second there, I think he makes a really good point. Sentinels are in a position that they rarely find themselves in. I mean, yeah, they did at the beginning of the tournament, but the stakes are notably
Alright,
higher here.
we're back in
this
it.
This is enemy territory that they're playing in front of. When they're often used to looking out to the crowd and seeing a sea of red, it's all black and gold now.
And it's been
Oh man, kind of
slow
sus.
entire way through.
That's what I was
Everybody
thinking.
on
Not going
both
cap.
sides performing at the same amount. You see Texture in second going head to head, same amount of kills. John and Munchkin, same amount of kills. It's poetic.
I knew this match was gonna be a banger.
It's so equal.
Genji on the pistol, they're already farming the orbs into Lockie's hands. Perhaps indicative of what's in store. Oh, a little bit of spam, Texture plucked. You know, you keep wondering, and you know, maybe this is kind of the feeling for most fans that are watching, is that I think there are a lot of questions around if and when Sentinels will crumble. When will they kind of fold under the pressure? Will that be the case? Doesn't seem like they're slowing down anytime soon. I will say they are taking a big step back on C this round. Genji have gotten out onto the site, but Sentinels have the numbers.
I don't know about
advantage.
this
No paranoia
retake.
to speak of, no smokes, nothing like that. But Tens has a sheriff and light armor.
Oh.
Second also has a sheriff to his name. Oh, but he's gonna get taken out right here. The
Damn, they
proactivity
pushed
in the
him.
post plant. Munchkin getting 2.
Not able to find safe passage, not able to get across. I cleared out now without getting his
Okay,
back. Tens getting
that's
the best
winnable.
run, and now Munchkin left alone, a 1v2. Difficult to win, but possible.
Let's go, John.
Just not the case this time. Again, pistols were elusive to them. In their first matchup, that's now 2
What's
for
your
2.
rank? My rank, I'm silver, bro. I'm trash.
Munchkin, he did his
I've been
damn
trying to get
best
out the
right
mud.
there.
I'm in
He had to
elo
get
hell
phased
right now.
to win
Now.
that pistol round, and I mean, he might as well could have. But the sheriffs are too strong. You could wall bang. You could wall bang with them. 2 body shots is all you need. That's why Zekken gets that free kill in the beginning. But look at the shots. Look at the form that Munchkin is in right now. He wants it bad.
Yeah, Munchkin's playing insane.
That Sue had with Munchkin and Zelsis. Zelsis said, no, these guys are nervous. Munchkin does not look nervous at all. He was shaking his head the entire way through. Yeah, these pistol rounds haven't been going their way.
Oh, texture.
All it takes is one thrifty to get them back on
They
the map.
lost and they're
That's why
putting
you see this
texture
Vandal
on
That's why you
Vandal
see the
full
Vandal
armor.
heavy armor buy, the side of texture.
What the fuck is this?
You also
Yeah, I peaked gold, but I've been having some trouble. Can't get out of silver right now.
The attack side of Lotus, no less.
Sentinels are aware now that the Vandal is in full effect. That room of being shot from texture. So that's why they're playing so cautious. They don't have the gun advantage when you have a Spectre and a Bulldog. Wow, tether nade.
Achilles was talking about that on the desk and how it seemed like that needed to be a big part of their success on Lotus, and it hasn't really
That did not do enough
been
damage.
much to speak of, to be honest.
And do you still opt to clear out that very, very close corner on Zek, and after you use that, I guess somebody could have sneaked in.
This cross is crazy, but Saucy was the backup. He was the reinforcement, so Paranoia is out. It's going to tag up Zekin as well. It's just buying time.
Oh my god, Zekin.
With the nade out, still manages to get one. But Karen on the equalizer. Zelsis now aggressive with the Spectre upgraded in the hands of Munchkin. Can he hold the line?
Oh my god, Zelsis.
Meteors Marshall. Finally.
What the fuck?
Besting him. 30 seconds left. But he's now left in a 1v2, upgrading to a Vandal. No armor. Challenged.
Oh
in
my
the smoke.
god.
Challenged in the map.
He's standing up too. He's talking shit.
It was a valiant effort
I
from
love
Gen
it.
G into that force buy.
I
And
love
it was
it.
looking promising. But Zelsis, he stepped up huge in that moment. That little off angle here in the spray down, he knew he had to do this. If you give them the sight, if they are able to upgrade, all of a sudden your chances of winning are drastically lowered.
Hey,
look at
already
they
lost a
laughing
weapon.
now, buddy.
What a clutch play.
They ain't laughing now,
He
buddy.
stands up on top of it, puffing his chest out.
It's a good sign for Sen City. Paranoia out, the spit goes through. Zekin has to take a step
Okay.
back. But with Zealous intense, fighting over his shoulder, it's all safe. Annihilated.
Oh my
from the
god, they
very
just
beginning of the
ran
round.
them. This game is
Glittering in
over.
And it's another song of success.
Let me
for
not-
Sen City.
It was so
Let me not
hard
say
to
anything.
make what was going to happen in that moment.
Too
Just
soon.
util for util, shot for shot. It was chaos, pandemonium. But Celsius, he got a kill with the outlaw somehow. And it was just a firing squad set up ready here.
And honestly, this was where Gen G did have success.
Bro, I missed
on
my
the
nade and we
previous-
still won.
That was where Gen G had success in the first half. They were the ones who dug their heels and they drew the line in the Sand A main. And now Sentinels are giving them a bit of their own medicine.
Damn.
Telsa still with that outlaw that you mentioned, has his ult to play around.
And just across the board, just very default stuff right now from Sentinels. Understanding they have the gun advantage. They don't want to give any picks. It's reminiscent of how they were approaching their attack sides.
Okay.
Playing very, very standard and safe.
You're really trying to get into the C site.
Standard approach, if you will.
Maybe that's what the
Yeah, what-
game plan was.
That
going
Molly's
into this
cool.
matchup.
Sure.
You
Not
hit anyone?
giving
No.
that much away to Gen G, not giving these 1v1 exchanges, not giving the contact approaches, fighting as a unit, using utility. Maybe that's the key. Maybe that was the game plan, the adaptation this time around.
It's a cheeky angle there. Zelsis is holding. If he does get threatened, he should be able to get away. Unless he's completely overwhelmed.
This is going to be an A replay fight, though. That's why you see Tens out with that paranoia.
Yeah, I think it's just noise that Munchkin is making. And it's just enough of noise. It's just enough of a distraction. Very nicely done by Gen G, but Zelsis still holding the line on the
Oh
other
my
side. That's
God.
now 2 bodies found. The swing of the classic will not betray
Oh my
him.
god, Zelsis.
Back-to-back 3Ks for the Vibe Merchant himself.
He played that to
He's
near
going
perfection.
crazy.
I mean, he really did.
Him on the C side
Now
is just
tether
crazy.
nade. I mean, yeah, the spike gets planted.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it doesn't even get planted.
Oh, that got scary.
I mean,
Can we
Tens
not
was
do
still really
that?
far away, and time was really short, but that was almost almost a Munchkin clip.
And remember, last time these two teams played on Lotus, it was a mirror matchup. It was Madrid. It was 13-7 for Sentinels.
He's so mad.
Gen G ended up banning that in the finals.
He has a Sin thing with a Lev buddy.
Thinking that maybe
It's so
Sentinels are
cute.
weaker than what they were, a shell of what they once were.
Oh, we were doing this
But
on stream
Sen,
today.
if they get confident, they can beat anybody in the world. That's why they're champions of their own right.
Some safe pathing out from Texture at the beginning, but Karen was the one who walks away worse for wear. The doors tap, the Honko's up, no target found, Saucy's dead.
Oh.
Tens.
He's playing this crazy.
He slipped the net. Oh my gosh. The Fox is in the 10 and Meteor is dead.
There's one behind
They've
him,
gotten the
right?
spike down, but they've got to realize there's a threat behind him, and it's a considerable one. The Paranoia is going to attack both.
Oh.
Karen's now dead. 2 members trapped in tree. Texture's the only one who's still playing backside. Nice shots out from Munchkin. Equalizing
There's
things in
Sins.
numbers. Elsis with the lockdown. Gonna try to flush him out.
Okay.
Texture's dead. Where do they have to go off this? They have to respect this. They have to give up the space. Nobody on the spike yet. Oh, he's got the line. He can hold him back from there. Zekin's the first to fall. Munchkin dealing with the aggression. Celsius will have to clutch this out on his own. A 1v2, Locky and Munchkin both still have ults to play around. And time's got to be so short. There's none left. Whew.
It wasn't looking too good for
God
Gen
damn.
G
Almost.
in that moment, but they brought it back. Munchkin, he has no fear in these moments. He came here ready to play. He's the playmaker of their team right now. Yeah, Texture had that beautiful entry, but the impact that Munchkin is getting with some of these frags.
Zekin's going crazy, though.
It's been crazy. And Lakia, who's been quiet, he stepped up big in his own right here. Picking the perfect timing to get Zekin there.
Well, it's all off of, yeah, it was all off of Munchkin's position and his timing that you mentioned just a couple of moments ago. He had that line from Broken Door. He was able
Sin
to drop
needs
the
to
spin.
knock them out
And
of
again,
the tournament.
the double swing out from them was perfect. So Gen G, stay alive, get to 6.
Ooh,
An op in the hands of Zekin, and an aggressive line taken with Zelsis close by.
And Gen G now have 4 ultimates of their own to work with. Meteor, he's creeping up slowly, 3 orbs until he gets his.
I think the question on my mind here is how far up do the rest of Sentinels go here? How far do they dare to challenge? How much space
This line is crazy.
do they venture towards?
It's all a bait setup on C, but that deep alarm bot, that should be heard from Zelsis, I believe. But they're not reading into it. Last time around we saw Sentinels use that same alarm bot, they ended B.
They're committing to this.
Showstopper committed.
The B side is empty, but they've popped the
Okay.
2 ults and the Paranoia out.
This Zek is really good by them. Oh my god,
Stole
Zekin.
that one away, opening the door himself.
The spike
And
does
then
go down,
go
though.
back the
No
other
ults on
way.
side of
Played
Sentinels.
And
perfect.
that is Meteor fallen, so that gives Zelsis this timing.
The smoke keeping them apart. 2 targets found,
Alright,
only
he
1
got
claimed.
one.
Munchkin, who was so far up at the very beginning, still playing out towards stairs. 10's besting him. Numbers the way of the defense. And Ob still in the hands of Zekin. A difficult weapon to pull this off with.
Yeah, he's got to be the one that gets on the spike, allow his teammates with the rifles.
I don't know if he has
to
the tools
stick
for this.
He's got to hit the shot here.
Aaron's the first to fall. Texture's
Oh my
fine.
god.
Second hits a shot. The defuse comes
Teams
through.
is better.
Sentinels get to map point.
Teams is better. I don't know.
We said it against FPX. Zekin looked amazing with that operator.
Zekin's back.
And he's continuing that onward here. He's sitting at 20 kills. He opens the door.
Zek's
Takes his own
back.
peek here.
Oh my
And it's
god.
against Meteor. Ball players.
And you're right, you mentioned it.
Ball players.
To crunch up mid.
Yeah. Zelsis was waiting on that alarm bot the entire way.
He's
through,
20 and 12.
hoping that somebody
Holy.
would pick off Meteor, allow him to get that timing, and he
Whole fucking
Now.
way.
Yeah, you know what he said.
I don't know if any of you are lip readers out there, but there were strong words of encouragement towards his teammate.
He said, I love you so heckin' much for taking out Meteor.
That's exactly what that was. Gen G call a timeout in the waning moments of this first map.
Let's go,
a
guys.
Best of 3 with elimination written all over the walls. The end of the year for one of these 2 squads. Hopes and dreams of lifting hardware end today.
And when you were looking at this map pool, you knew Sentinels had to win this Lotus map. If not, you're going against Gen G on Icebox, Haven, maps that Sentinels haven't really looked that great on.
No, I mean, Icebox was their perma for for forever. It's been a while since
they haven't played it since March.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So who knows what they have prepared there, but opting to ban out Ascent, which makes sense. Gen G, the best team in the world on the map, so I get it.
Yeah.
But you're right, they had to win Lotus. And I mean, we're not done.
Not by any means.
But so far, it seems like Sentinels are managing to make good on the plan that they set out to accomplish. Still plenty to be found and figured out here, though. Gen G with 2 ults.
Oh, so much info gathered from that fade.
Beautiful eye out from Saucy.
I'll send this out, son.
You're getting a little bit proactive.
Oh, he's
here.
trying.
The Prowler doesn't tag, Zekin doesn't either.
Yeah, and Zekin's going to have to move now. Get off of that B site. We saw them do this last time around against FPX. He takes a pick front B, goes towards stairs. He has the alarm bot there for protection.
Remember, Munchkin was right up on this in the previous round. The turret, the first thing that's cleared, you saw the 2 mollies.
Such cool protocols right now from Sentinels. So many different layers to this approach.
Yeah, but I really like this from Gen G, though. I mean, they're methodically removing all of the traps and all of the little passive information gathering tools that Sentinels have.
Very high level stuff right now.
Yeah, this retake's about to go
Because
crazy.
of all that.
And yeah, it costs them a paranoia, and yeah, it costs them a little bit of time, but they gladly give that up in exchange for the
Oh, this Viper ult might be a
Viper's
problem.
invested as well.
With
Texture's
Molly
gonna,
on it.
yeah, exactly. Texture's going to play ahead of it. It's looking pretty good right now for Gen G Sentinels. What kind of retake do they have cooked up?
Careful here on the crunch. Tens has a paranoia. Karen's going to be the first to fall. The first smoke.
Can we
comes
just
through,
feed second
the tap
kills?
of the door, and there's the flash. Is there anything behind it? Texture, the only one who I believe didn't get tagged. He's still up on the pit, like you mentioned. Concealed in the green goo. The spam comes through. Meteor's dead. How much more can he find? Oh, no. Disaster again for
Oh
Sentinels.
my
Texture
god.
obliterates them.
Takes his
Found
ace.
as Gen G get to 7.
Texture's
What in the
going
hell was
crazy
that
too.
from Texture?
No ace
He
though.
was sitting in that smoke, fearful of his life. He didn't move an inch. He was stone cold. Everybody whizzing past him. He didn't move the whole time. He was crouched here. The entire retake. And that last
Oh my
smoke on the
god.
second, disgusting.
Oh my god. That flick was stupid. Can you give this man an ace?
Yeah. The problem is for Gen G, they're going to have to do it again. The deficit that they're facing is so great. But Valorant can be a silly game at times.
It is a silly, silly game.
The calling of Gen G has been really, really good so far on this attacking side.
Oh, they're investing heavy into this without real weaponry, sheriffs and a judge. But they dropped the lockdown, or excuse me, the nightfall. Karen up close. The paranoia's out.
Oh
Karen's
my god.
dead. So is Locky
No,
up.
they're killing everyone.
Texture and Munchkin, the only 2 that are up. The pit's been planted, but the guns are not great on the other side. Texture's gonna have to clutch again.
Oh my god. Texture's going
Gen G,
nuclear.
stay alive.
It's ridiculous.
He's going
And a huge
nuclear.
investment from Sentinels as well. Saucy using his ultimate.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
His team's so good.
Another showstopper online. He just had that 2
나이스!
rounds ago.
와!
The momentum is in full effect right now for Gen G. They're within 4 rounds of tying this up.
Last round is often the hardest. And when you're playing against a team of Gen G's caliber, it makes sense.
A lot of Odin
Wait,
spam being
10s.
done in trade.
But Texture, oh my gosh, he's not
He's
slowing
on
down.
one.
With ult popped,
He's on
the
one.
tether keeps him back. Zekin's got one of his own.
He's on one.
He's gonna have to use it in the next round if we get that far.
Doug,
I think
Sentinels are crumbling.
I think they have to save here.
You have to.
Yeah.
But even
Texture
the way
is
these
just
fights are
going
It's so
insane.
one-sided in the way of Gen G. They're decimating Sentinels in these last couple of rounds. Texture just decided to just wake up and go absolutely nuclear.
Gen G with full momentum here. I was a
Wait,
little
how many
hesitant
kills
to
does
say it in
Texture
the
have?
previous round.
23?
Because
Oh
again,
my god.
there was a lot.
He's
They
laughing
still were a
about
lot of votes on the side
something.
of Sentinels. They're still at 12. There's still a pretty big gap here, but I think we're watching every single brick of that wall fall.
And Doug, this is why Gen G are a championship level team. You can never count them out. They never give up. They're gonna fight till the very end. They're gonna push you like you've never been pushed before. And the way they've won these last 3 rounds, Texture, his performance, it's been off the charts. This is such high level play right now. Oh my goodness, 4 HP, and this kill as well.
He's just playing ridiculous.
Reckless abandon on the swing. And
They're on a Meteor or doing
23 and 14 for the duelist.
Kyrie, LeBron
And it looks
thing.
like we're due for a Clash A main. Again,
it's a force.
This could be a mess. I mean, almost everyone is here. Both Paranoia's traded.
Oh.
Texture's down. Rage
Tense.
falls. And now the ult popped. But it looks like it's a
Okay.
little short.
Just needs the space though.
And so both teams refusing to rely
Oh.
on this area of the map.
Oh.
But
Second.
looking to take us high spots. And barring a miracle for Meteor, that's exactly
Sen.
where we're headed.
Map
Gen
2,
G
baby.
decided to take the fight where Sentinels have succeeded this entire half, and it was ill-advised.
Oh my god, Saucy.
As Lotus goes the way of Sentinels.
Ew.
Wow, what a map so far. If this is what we have in store, this is insane.
Gen G fought back with ferocious attempts, but it wasn't
This is
enough
my
to get him
team.
over the finish line. It wasn't enough to close the gap. Texture had heroic moments. Munchkin did too. But the guys on Sen City, they're starting to shoot back as well. We're in for a good one, folks. Icebox on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.
How about Omen PC? Streaming on it right now. Yo, what's up? Sen just destroyed that first map.
Let me know when you land one. Better wait, I get your weight. See, I don't take two. Now this a take one. They wanna run it back. I keep it laced up. Look, I ain't got time for your fake love. Roll up with the gang, we gon' violate. Jiggy hella fly with no stylist. Yeah, ain't no middleman, I get it direct. Yeah, big wrist watch, but it's timeless. Ooh, ooh, she gon' work it like she got no time left. Yeah, say she love my style, love my dialect. I know she like it by the way your eyes dilate. Ooh, she a bad vibe, what a vibrate.
Kanye is the GOAT. I just feel like I had to say that real quick.
What an exciting start to our elimination match here today. I'm now joined by Sentinels head coach Kaplan. Now, the map pool was so interesting. You know, the Icebox was left in there. You guys banned Ascent and then Pig Lotus as well. Are you able to give me any insight as to what the game plan was coming into this map?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, we just
I don't know. Hopefully, Sen close this maps out.
Lotus, we're really feeling it lately. It's just been a home ground for us, so we picked that. And then for the Icebox, instead of Ascent, honestly, it's out of respect to them. Like, they're really good on both maps, and I think Ascent is pretty deep strategically, and it's been a bumpy one for us. We'd rather go to Icebox, where I think it's a simpler, scrappier map. We have a chance to throw them off. They'll probably have prepared to play Ascent, so we'll see how it goes. Planning to win in 3 if we have to, but hopefully we can just close it out here. We've closed it out on Icebox before against them, so yeah.
I love the mind games. Thank you very much, and best of luck.
In the saga of Sentinels versus Gen G, in this iteration, Sentinels strikes first on Lotus. They pick up the win, but man, let me tell you, Gen G had us believing for a minute there that there was a possibility we could be going to overtime. I do want to get some quick thoughts though on that map, because yeah, I mean, you heard Coach Kaplan saying, you know, they know they're good on that map, but it's one that they felt good, very comfortable with, and it showed in the server.
No, it really did, and I mean, excellent prep work here for them. But I mean, we got to see the attempted run back there from the side of Gen G, but I felt ultimately there was too much damage dealt early. That was the Gen G, those last couple rounds that we were coming into this series kind of expecting to see, so it feels like they started to get locked in, but just not being able to make that a 6-6 half, having that fairly devastating start, because I mean, you know, 7-5 overall not bad, but given how things had begun, it was a very poor showing.
I mean, to me, I really feel like Sentinels just got a lot more value out of their util usage. And so, yeah, there were some explosive plays on both sides, some hype moments, those things like that, but little things like, for example, Gen G's round where they go to B and they use the showstopper and the nightfall.
Yeah.
Nothing. And then they go into a post plant and they're not really prepared for the angles that and the timing that Sentinels are coming from. So you're going to use those big ults and you can't even convert the round. Things like that, and there was a lot more to it. Like Saucy in particular was doing a great job on the fade, really nailing some important util for the side of Sentinels. Those things really threw Gen G off balance versus Sentinels. So that's
like he was singing the opera.
It really was. But these two guys absolutely lit it up. You were seeing some highlights there from Zekken and what he was doing in that game. We were talking about when was Zekken going to be back in form. He definitely is here. It is showing. But Texture as well, right there with him. I mean, you can't ask for much more from your aces in those situations, right? Like, Texture's hitting some wild shots. Zekken is opening up the map for his team. I mean, genuinely speaking, Achilleos, like, this was a war between two titans on each side
Waiting
of the
for this
field.
fucking
No, it really was. And the
second game to start.
Is actually kind of astounding to witness, because at the half, they're both there, 12-8, only one assist separating them. At the end of the game, they both have the pretty much the exact same scoreline, same amount of kills there at 23, 1 fewer death, 3 less assists for Texture, and then both of them with 5 kills. They both went 5 and 3. These guys were operating on very similar levels. For Texture, though, it was a bit of a run back for him in that second half. Zekken had taken that lead. Texture comes in, overtakes him, and then Zekken's able to capitalize and catch up at the very end.
Yeah, well, you know what, though? Texture was just absolutely on fire in some of these rounds. That takes us to a HyperX Reflex moment of the day. This one, of course, you got Texture, who, you know, look, we're still hoping that Texture gets the ace, but I'll take a collat. I'll take a collat any day of the week.
I mean,
and
you take a collat and you take that flick.
That flick was absurd. I mean, he first picks up the collat onto Zelsis Intense, but then he goes back for more. He's a little hungry. He wants a few more bites of the pie. Finds it there on Saucy and looks again, and he figures, you know what, let me go ahead and disrespect this fool right here. John QT had to take a lap, had to take a seat. That is exactly what you want to see out of your star player on this team, Paper.
And he had a couple of those moments that could have been that that HyperX replay. Hit another 4K in there.
Yeah.
And that could have been it too. I mean, he was frying. He was doing everything he could, but the backline behind him, Munchkin played pretty well in that map too. But, you know, surprisingly, Karan and Meteor in particular really were struggling on that. Karan getting caught out a lot in moments that he typically doesn't. And this is kind of one of the things I was talking about, where sometimes you can pick on Karan when he's anchoring a site solo, and you can make him uncomfortable and get those easy first kills, kind of convert rounds off the back of that.
Yeah, now, of course, this takes us to Icebox. And if you remember history, Icebox was the map that Sentinels closed out against Gen G.
Icebox is his second?
This is Gen G's pick. We have not seen Sentinels, you know, play this, and when they did, it wasn't that great. You know, they had a few wins.
But that kind of is the same story for Gen G internationally, globally rather, I should say, on Icebox. They're 2-4 across the year, and as Kaplan just mentioned in that interview, this is the map that they were able to close things out. They said, you know what, we haven't ended a series against Gen G with this map before, and it was fairly dominant, 13-6. Regionally, Gen G has been
gonna be a banger.
very, very good on Icebox throughout the entirety of the year, but it's still, they've never really had those big, you know, blow people out of the water type performances on that map.
Yeah, other than like towards the end where they kind of destroyed DRX on it, but that was like towards the end, and like DRX was looking really good.
It's gonna be real good.
Yeah, okay, so basically similar comps here. It's just the Sova versus the Gecko, right? Your info gathering initiator is going to be the change up. So Sentinel's throwing a little bit of a difference in there. Saucy going back to his Sova, the classic agent he's so well known for, has such impeccable timings on this. So you never know, man. Sentinels look great right now.
No, they really do. And one of the things that my eyes are very much going to, and somebody that we didn't get to talk about as much, is Lakia. Was not finding that much impact. Was able to put up a couple of assists.
Hello?
Hey.
Oh my god, you actually called.
Yeah.
You need some sleep. Why are you watching Val?
Why am I watching Val? Because it's champions.
Bro, go sleep. I was like...
Nah, I'm not going to sleep.
It's 5 a.m.
What time is it for you?
4 a.m.
Oh, okay. Are you going to sleep?
Yeah, I was. But I don't know.
My
Are you?
bad.
No, you're good. Ugh, I was literally arguing with him.
Oh, you were arguing with your boyfriend?
Ex.
Ex-boyfriend?
Dude, it's so dumb. Because he started justifying talking to another girl valid. Like, what?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So he was talking to another girl? Wait, what did he say to justify it?
He said, like, they're just friends. And I'm being possessive. Which isn't true, because they were, you know.
Wait, so you know they did something, or?
No, I know what they did. Yeah, I don't want to say it. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. They both were like drunk and they did something that I don't want to go into detail.
Okay.
And when I confronted him, he was like, "Bro, we're just friends. I didn't mean anything like that." And then I was like, "Okay, yeah, but why would you do that with her?" And then he was like, "'Cause you're not giving it to me." And I was like, "Yeah, 'cause we're not there yet." Like, what?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and we've only been dating for like a month, so I'm not gonna let this random ass boy hit. Like, what?
Yeah.
No.
I totally understand that.
Thank you, 'cause like, yeah, and I was just arguing about him, and he kept saying some things like, "Yeah, but I have hormones and I have like desires, and if you can't fulfill it, blah blah blah." Like, bro.
Yeah, he's just a horny fucker.
I know, what a gooner.
That's
Loser.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know. Weirdo. You should get sleep though. You should probably save your champions for like tomorrow.
I'm gonna finish it. It's Sentinels is winning.
Yeah. They are?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, yeah, you should watch that. I'll leave you to it, okay?
Okay. Are you going to
Okay,
sleep?
good night.
Alright.
I don't know.
You can go to sleep. I won't force you to stay up. If
Yeah,
you want to go
yeah.
to sleep.
No. You're good. You're good. Yeah, you're just gonna watch it then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How long does it go on to?
So they play 3 games. So they play the first one. If Sen wins again, then it's over. But if the other team wins, then there's a 3rd game.
Yeah.
But
see.
I think Sentinel's gonna win.
Oh, he just texted me. Oh my god.
What did he say?
Yeah. I don't
When
want
are
to
you-
open it.
When are you gonna block him?
I can't block him because I see this guy every day at school.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's doing the same. Bro, we literally applied to the same college. Like, ugh, when we were friends. Like, it was so bad.
Yeah, that's gonna be awkward as fuck.
Yeah. I think I'll just ghost. That's the best thing I can do.
Yeah.
I'm cooked. Well, let me know who wins.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
We should play
Have
again
a good
tomorrow.
one. Oh yeah, for sure. I can't believe we lost so much RR.
Yeah, I can't believe I dropped 36 kills and we lost.
Yeah, you did really good. It's
Yeah, but-
okay. We had some issues.
It's fine. We'll win tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Good night.
All right, peace out.
Bye. Peace.
Bye. Oh.
Dalsis winning that 1v1. Meteor went nuclear on site, getting 3 kills with that Sheriff.
What's going on? I was
costly
autopilot.
side of Sentinels.
I was not listening.
These shots were disgusting. Oh, what a flick.
Oh my god.
How does he get this
What
one?
is it? 3?
Okay.
3 like that?
Big shot too. This was big from Zelsis.
Doesn't matter how we did it, it's that we
That's fucking funny as shit.
Nobody remembers how things play out at the end, right? I mean, to a degree, he's absolutely right. It doesn't have to be pretty as long as it works.
Absolutely. Now Gen G with clear gun advantage. Going into this round, it's another A default. A nice tap
Okay.
in second.
Oh, he's
Gets a
dead
little
though.
too greedy, gets taken out by Lakia.
Yeah, swings in way too many. So the weapon will sit up in heaven.
Oh, duelist down.
Gen G with no real intentions of the rest of the map. They're all here towards A. Tench trying to get back and stay alive as Lakia is
Does he have a
so
flash?
far already.
He's in a deep mix of things right now. Oh, Hunter's Fury invested.
Okay.
But there are only sheriffs left. I don't know that it's going to be enough. I mean,
Plant's not down.
yeah, they are. You're right.
It's light armor on John and Saucy.
Can they settle this? Genji are playing so far up here. Munchkin has a knife too.
Dark tags. Oh, can't connect.
Oh my god.
49 HP. As the wall goes down, John QT segmented off. Texture again found success from this very position. Saucy on the reposition. They've gotten it down to 1. Texture's weak. Can he find it? Down to a 1v1. 7 bullets left. Saucy with the Sheriff.
Oh my god.
Saucy drops him.
What a play.
3K is Sentinels win
Play
the
stage,
bonus.
bro?
What was that?
What is
Another
this?
Big round from him.
Like the gambling shit?
He was investing
What
in
is
Hunter's
this?
Fury with such a disadvantage, but they're so confident.
Is that what you're talking about?
It's those
Which country are
crazy
you?
plays
US.
That make the difference. Unexpected things that happen, and phenomenal execution. What great awareness!
crazy.
I missed the easy one and I hit the hardest one.
Dude, they're just flowing so well right now.
That we haven't seen in a really long time to deliver the MasterCard Thrifty to get Sentinels to 3. Gen
Yeah,
G on
this
this
might be
weird
over.
hobbled by now. They've got a Vandal, a Guardian, light armor. But Sentinels did just show us it doesn't really matter the size of the gun in the fight.
Bye-bye.
Second so far up.
Oh
He's
my
been
god,
caught, he's been
Zekan.
had, he's been found.
That's not good.
A life donated here.
Very risky play from Zekan there with no real support.
Did he even
Johnny
pop
did that
dash or?
No, he had no way to help him.
Yeah.
I think he did,
Kind of
but
uncharacteristic from Sentinels with the way they played the last map. They didn't really go for risks like that on the defensive side.
when they knew they had a clear advantage. So maybe a little bit too overconfident, a little too overeager, but a lot of info gathered from TenZ.
Yeah, that little pixel angle, calling the rotate back A. Celsius will have a lot on his hands. And that knife tagging means the utility's not going to be a part of the equation for a little bit. But in and out behind the wall, finding lethality, getting away.
That's pretty good.
Even numbers it is.
Yeah, they've still gotten out towards the site. Spike should be able to go down.
Do you have any ults?
Sentinels have to
No,
deny
they
this.
have
And now the lockdown early.
lockdown though.
Yeah, this is going to create chaos for Celsius.
What's my Instagram handle?
Seems like
I think it's King
trying to
Chomp.
get a parting gift, even if he gets detained.
Oh, he's out there. He's in there.
He doesn't have a ton of his time. Meteor's down. Crispy shot out from TenZ, and now the rest of the defense starting to creep their way forward. The flash over the wall. Gen.G giving so much respect and giving so much space here. Again, all of the post-plant utility gone. 2 Vandals in the hands of Gen.G. Lakia 1 away from having Thrash online. They're waiting for the swing, and there it is. Lakia down. Celsius will get it to half. Munchkin's by himself. Can he stop it? No.
No. Sen's going crazy.
These retakes from Sentinels are so good on A site so far. Complete control and patience in the approach. And then they're fighting together. I mean, it was a firing squad that everybody in that post plant had to deal with. Munchkin, had he taken a little bit more of a step out, that spray would have connected, but it just wasn't
Yeah,
quite
he was
there.
shooting the wall.
And Celsius, what a big impact
Yeah.
kill.
It's so crazy how they
Warrior
stomped us
on
the first
site,
game and we're stomping them
Dipping
now.
out, making it even numbers. After a
You
great
gambling,
entry
bro,
from
if you
Texture.
need me. If you need more subscribers.
Thrash popped at the beginning
Alright,
of the round.
well, bro, you should subscribe first of all.
And then the knife too,
But
confirming
second of all, yeah, I mean,
such a really
one
nice
day,
combo of
I
utility.
guess. If they sponsor me, maybe.
Follow up from the side of Gen.G, so Second can hold his ground and keep all this info.
Yeah, but I don't think they wanted that. I think they wanted to find where Second was and then hit the other side of the map. The problem is that may be part of Sentinel's plan. They've got so much more utility out towards A, but it's all been cleared. It's all been recalled back.
Oh.
Texture finding high ground, but not finding a kill. And so they've gotten out onto A. They should be able to
Wait,
get
how
the
did they
spike
kill
down.
Saucy?
I thought it might go over to Karam because he was one away from the pit, but it's Munchkin who sinks the spike into the soil of the site.
Alright, let's see how this retake
House,
goes.
Understanding there is a little bit of presence. Celsius further up, but the rest of Sentinels not far off behind him. Again, these post plants that you mentioned, they've been so effective for Sentinels, but they're at a numbers disadvantage here. Can they convert again?
Oh my goodness.
That's such an aggressive lockdown. They've got to fight it. I don't think they can hold this back. Junk QT has already gotten it to half. TenZ pushing forward. Just the threat. Just the
TenZ
distraction.
is going
Getting the
crazy.
kill too. Locky and Karen left alone. And it's another round the way of Sentinels.
Okay, I subscribed to your channel. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Really do appreciate it.
It's too good. That's
You know what? Might do a gambling stream just for you. Might have you come back.
And no conversion. And they're trying to swing together, but that aggressive lockdown, it created too much chaos. It creates a disconnect.
My brain is completely off right now.
Whoa, don't say that, TenZ.
That's him with brain off. I mean, I guess
he doesn't really need it on when he's just playing aim labs.
Yeah,
holding the diffuser.
Swinging out 410 like that, trying to take the fight in A main, sure.
This is gonna be a quick one.
Slipping away right now for Gen.G. Nightmares, flashbacks.
Yeah, but I still think I'm very curious to see what things look like on the other side of this timeout for Gen.G. Because you think about how effective they've been on the other side of timeouts throughout really the entire year. I mean, this is not an area that they're unfamiliar with as far as trying to implement a plan in, as far as trying to change the tides in positions like this. I think the one problem is this might be the most important timeout Gen.G will call all year. This might be the most important timeout of the year for them.
It is. And on the last map, that timeout brought them back into things. It got them back in the mix. Gave them a chance.
these guys are
Brought it
cooked.
to 13-9. They need
Let's
to
go,
convert
Sentinels.
around. They're doing a great job of getting the spike planted, but it's the post plants that have been faltered. A disconnect sometimes. You know, Meteor playing too far up. TenZ getting a free pick on him. then the numbers advantage sways the way of Sentinels. Maybe they all need to fight back sight together as a unit and be cohesive in the post plant.
Again, heavy presence towards A. Karen has his ult. Munchkin 2 away from his.
Another A hit. They understand that they've been getting the spike planted, like I said.
Oh.
Yeah. But this time, a
This
change
guy's
of
so
pace,
good.
though. It's a flood. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
they're not ready for it,
Tens.
Doug.
Tens ahead of the play.
Tens is just better than everyone.
He really might be praying off, but it seems to be working. I mean, they just continue to crumble. It's just Texture and Munchkin left. You were just talking about how this has been successful for them. If you think about the equation for Gen G, this part has been fine. They've been able to get into post-plant positions, but they lose the post-plants. This time, all of the resistance was met ahead of that.
It's not over yet, though. The
Oh,
wraparound
Texture.
He's
Oh.
got 3 to the round.
Wait, how did he get 2 like that?
The ever-elusive Ace will have to deliver here if he wants to get Gen G on the board. He's getting it down to 1!
Oh my god.
An ace at the
He
best
finally went nuclear.
time.
Finally gave him his ace. This guy's so good. Best player in the world.
Moments like this,
I'll say it.
the runner, the forefront. He's been getting entries all map long. But an ace from your star duelist, that could be what turns the tide. All of a sudden, the team has energy and life in them. But can you string more rounds together? Because you absolutely have to.
This time a bit of a different look for as much as they've been slamming their heads into the wall of A.
Yeah, he went
A
nuclear.
little bit more noise B here. Look at this lineup from Zekin. Far up, inserted, with op in hand.
An adaptation made. He was opping B the last 3 rounds. This time he wants in the mix. He wants in the action. He wants to take out Texture, who just got that ace. But he's going to have to deal with a lot here, and it looks like Gen G have a...
He's had a hot
notion,
hand.
yeah.
But he's going to get flashed off of this first line, holding the next,
Oh my
almost
God.
landing the shot. Sasi understanding Texture so far up already. As Zekin switches to the classic, tries to get away, and Texture hunts him down!
Oh my god. Texture, he's still going. He's still going.
So trying to punch back, grabs the op. Can he wield it the same way?
This one's just too hard, Doug. Surely, with the Viper's Pit invested, one
Yeah,
player tries to
save
save
the
the
op.
operator, but they have a lot of time to work with. Maybe Spam can get you a pick.
And they've got money.
Oh, a little bit of a chip damage right there.
Make a play. Oh. Traded right back though. Tens falls
Yeah,
off.
that's
Once
it.
again hits the ground. Truly, they just scoop that thing up and get away.
Yeah.
Gen
Well
G
played.
will get their second. And again, it wasn't an ace, but it was Texture setting the pace.
He's so explosive in these moments.
And in a lot of ways, Dre, this feels really reminiscent to what we saw in Lotus. Was the score not 5-1 before things turned?
Yeah, after a timeout.
We're following the same forecast.
Let's go,
This is where
Sen.
Gen G really put things together. And it seems like they're doing it again.
I mean, he dashed onto second after second whiffed that off shot. He just ran him down. And then this time around, the Viper's Pit made it easy to isolate fights. Saw Zelsis dropping there. Texture has his second round of jet knives.
11 and 5 from the start.
What a performance.
But the job's not finished.
Another AD fall.
But this time with a little bit of mid presence. We haven't seen them do this.
But it will be matched by a turret.
Remember, they've been throwing the Smolly over the top 2 to clear it. I'm surprised they didn't try that here. It doesn't matter. Zelsis is dead.
Yeah, everyone was isolated. There's 3 members of Sentinels towards B. This is a perfect call from Gen G.
Yeah, you got to be careful here, though.
Goddamn.
These gunfights are hard to win.
Okay.
A little bit of damage was dealt, yes.
Pop off Tens.
But you still have some
Oh, that's the
presence in
timing.
here. Beautifully escapes. He tries
Or
to get
might
away.
be another
John
timing.
QT has to clear this.
Yeah.
And there was no safe space. That's a gorgeous call
Sens.
from Gen G.
That was unreal. What a beautiful, beautiful set play. The walk through mid.
Okay.
They have to save again.
Yeah. Momentum now the way of Gen G. At what point do Sentinels call their own timeout?
It's got to be soon.
God damn.
Spike will go off. Gen G will get to 3. And again, I think it's a lot of the dynamic rounds that we've seen from the attack on the other side of Texture's ace have been splendid.
Yep. And now if you're Sentinels, you're worried about mid for the rest of the game. Is another split going to happen when they're
What's up, guys?
their A default in the beginning?
Who are we rooting for? Who are we rooting for
It
here?
opens up the map for the attacking side. And you're able to be rent-free in the mind of Sentinels.
Yeah, and I realize now is Sentinels will call a timeout, give us a moment to discuss things. I was questioning in the moment. They've been dropping that molly to clear out the turret. You clear out that turret, and then the surprise is given away, right? Like, they tucked in the smoke. That was such a beautiful call.
Very high IQ play. So you're 100% right. If that turret gets broken early on,
somebody has
Sentinels
to look.
has to pick it up.
Exactly.
You shift over a player at B. Them not breaking that turret at the timing they did as that A hit is coming through. There's still 3 players towards B. I mean, that's a wonderful call from Munchkin. He may be sitting at 1 kill, but his calling right now is phenomenal. And what a comeback into this half off the ace of Texture.
Very similar to what we saw in Lotus. 2 rounds now between these 2 Titans.
It's kind of insane, like Sentinels, with the way that they won all of those rounds in the retake scenarios and whatnot, their economy has lasted 4 rounds. It's the 4th round, they still have money. But right here, it will be broken if Gen G can win this round. Finally put Sen on an eco, perhaps. Such an uphill battle that Gen G had to climb. And they're just 1 step away.
It seems like they've crested the mountain, or close to it.
All right, let's go,
Almost at the
guys.
summit. Look at the respect mid.
Yeah.
Look at Saucy's positioning. You're absolutely right.
Rent-free. Absolutely rent-free.
Second holding B-line with the op. Gen G a much slower approach to this round.
Yeah. And this is Munchkin's highlight of IGLing.
That
This
molly is
changes
cool.
the pace. I mean, the pace in the first 5 rounds, it was A hit, A hit, A hit, A hit, A hit. Now a very, very slow approach. But there's 4 members of Sen here, and that Viper's Pit is infested as well. You kind of have to flip sight in this moment.
Damn, yeah, that's too much shoot though.
Oh,
they are.
Now. That's gonna flush out the pit.
Oh, they're bringing it.
Or at least attempt to. Meanwhile, that dart tagging a couple of people. A really good idea of what's
Oh
waiting
my
on the other
God.
side. 30 seconds left. The spike's still not down. They realize that, I mean, the vast majority of the defenses are here. If they decide that they're going to go up any bit further, it's going to be with a fight.
Delta's gonna kill.
Texture still alive.
How's it planet?
And
Wait,
still
where's my planet?
fragging. He's so far back. You're absolutely right. Locky is tucked. Just waiting on the other side of the pit, waiting for his moment to strike. What is that? John finds him. That was the trap the entire time. They still have this pit up. They're still going to have to find a way around it. Zels is falling. Second,
Oh
2.
my God, it's just John.
Can John 1v3? I don't know if there's enough time for this anyway. The tap,
No.
the spam, the 4th round for Gen G.
This is bad.
That is an unbelievable round to win for Gen G. Sentinels did so many things to make it hard on Gen G to win that round.
Borderline impossible.
They pre-fired the Viper's Pit. Everything was leading the way of Sentinels, delaying that spike being planted. But Lakia, he may be sitting at 1 kill, but sneaking through there, getting the spike planted with Wingman was everything.
Oh, Wingman
Taking
playing
all
this
that
fight?
space back sight. It gives his team the
Oh my
information
God.
that John's not playing
He's a
in the
demon.
Viper's Pit. No one was there. And it's such a risky play, but you gotta make those in times like this.
Zekin is cooled
And look,
off
it's
from
been
last map.
so many rounds from Gen G. Now they throw a B hit in.
The dart from the defense already clearing out back A. They've got a lot of space too. The alarm bot's going to give the position away. They've got to understand that the timing window to hit B is now. Texture's already dashed back sight. Karon not far off.
What?
They traded 1 for 1. The fadeaway Molly finding value for Zelsis. The Locky is still there.
Yeah, and so much space gathered as well on this A site.
I mean, they were just so decisive
There
on the hit.
comes.
But Texture down, Lakia swinging backside,
Okay.
only finding one. But a valuable one at that. It's now a 2v2. Tens and Sasi. Sasi, who was heroic in these first couple of rounds, but has since gone quiet. Looking to deliver again against Munchkin and Meteor.
He's in such a good spot right now. He might get double swung, though.
There's no way anybody clears this, not in a position like that. Beautiful positioning for Meteor.
Oh my god. Why do you do
Down to
that?
one. 6 bullets left. Munchkin's Molly's gonna buy some time, and that might be all he needs. As the clock continues to tick away, the spike continues to go off. It will expire as Gen.G has tied us up at 5.
Oh my god.
Unreal.
This is so crazy.
What was it that Zelsa
I can't
said?
believe they brought it back.
Doesn't matter
They were up
how you
5-0
win,
and I
we won
thought,
it.
yeah, for sure.
And their
they're
economy
winning.
is flourishing, so they're chilling with that win. What a great timing to go B, though. Identifying that Sentinels have a bad economy. They finally
Yo, what's up,
finally
everyone?
reached that summit, like you said. And they take fights, these long range
Why
fights.
would he jump down like that?
They didn't expect the likes of the Vandal of second in the beginning and it being picked up from tens as well. But it makes a lot of sense, this approach from Gen.G.
Sentinels have bought into this again. Light armor and 5 rifles. The Thrash clears so much space.
They're able to pick that one up as well.
Yeah, but the defense is starting to attempt to bolster this site.
Did he see him cross or no?
No targets found. The spit out first. Texture being down is a big one. Sasi also
that's
striking.
a big shot.
And they've thrown Gen.G into disarray. The 3 remaining members have to take a step back towards long. 10's on the swing.
Okay.
And it's a threat. It's a tap. It's a bait. They've got to do something to try to dissuade and try to distract some of what Sentinels are trying to do here. But they've been pushed so far back. Gen.G cannot find an opening. They cannot
That's a good
find a
round.
way in.
That's a round they need it.
Sentinels punch back.
The B retake is something we haven't seen yet from Sentinels in
Something
this
we
half.
really need it.
And they look damn good at it, just like they did today.
I mean, we sung the praises of the retake so much. I'm not really surprised.
And if you look at the timeline, it's only been retake wins from Sentinels.
Yeah.
Spike diffuses across the board. And it's because they're not giving those long-range fights right away. They're waiting for teammates to group up.
Let's get 7.
Waiting for Gen.G to fight. And Sentinels, they're
Oh, they're
pushing for a
breaking the
second.
hearts. They're breaking the
Two
hearts
big
of the Gen.G
ultimates online for
fans.
them. Lockdown, Hunter's Fury.
To close out the first half of Icebox, Texture popped his blades.
And right now, Gen.G, all signs leading towards another B default. But Sen aren't buying it. They hear that jet smoke. Second, it's been kind of quiet since last map.
Yeah. They just set Munchkin up to go get the Orb B to have his ult online for this round. Take flight.
Ults don't matter when you have the KO ultimate available to you.
Oh my
Sentinels
god.
should know that. That might be a free kill. It's just so tough to land that onto a jet.
Oh.
But he finds Lakia.
He's so
There's
good.
still a lot of threat from the attack here, though. They're not out of the woodworks yet. Oh, Meteor swinging into his death. I thought he had the timing on him, but he did not. Munchkin cannot do it on his own. Second ask for it. Sentinels get 7.
Is what we needed, boys.
Taking the bait, holding their ground at A that entire round, and taking the fight to Gen.G this time. What a change of pace at the very last round of the half.
But again, the exact same story that we saw on Lotus. It was Sentinels until it was Gen.G, and then it was 7-5 to take us to halftime. We'll see how Icebox closes out.
What is he talking? The goat's talking his shit.
Red Bull gives you wings.
The goat was talking his shit.
2 rounds separating these 2 squads. Elimination on the line. We've talked
Alright.
about the stakes, and we're going to
I
talk
need
about
to
them
kick
again.
this team's ass
Because
and
this
get
is the
out of
year
here
for both of these squads.
so I can sleep.
This is where either you punch a ticket to playoffs, to the big dance where you're in top 8 and you're still in pursuit of the hardware, or you go home empty-handed. And that's a long off-season to think on.
And not only making the playoffs, but probably being a favorite going into playoffs as well. Both these teams champions of their own right this year. Sentinels, Madrid winners, Gen.G, Shanghai winners.
The only 2 teams to have tasted international glory in 2024.
Poetic.
Sentinels have the lead, but we know Gen.G, they do not go down without a fight.
Doug, Gen.G desperately need a pistol round win in this series. It might be just what takes them over the edge. And what an entry from Texture.
What a beautiful setup, the flash, the dart, everything was there, and Zelsis is dead.
He's going for more, dude.
Sentinels deciding that they still want to try to hit this site with Zekin up close.
Oh, what is he
Best of
doing?
tens, but Texture
Okay,
only
we
finding
were able
another.
to get the trades.
They're weak though.
2v2.
22 HP on Zekin. Meteor and Karan still remain for Gen.G. There's a lot of time left in this round. They can slow things down. They can quietly instill all, well, that wasn't quiet, instill all the doubt into the minds of Gen.G.
And look at how their approach is so similar for both sides. Just group up, play together, push together.
Not even really interested in the orb. They want to find the timing. They want to capitalize on it. They're really attempting to clear out any utility that might have been there, and there is none because Meteor went for Sheriff. No armor.
And that dart will be seen on the mini-map from the side of Gen.G, so now they have a good idea. They're able to get a little bit more ahead. And remember, Zekin sitting low.
You can see darts on minimap.
Here, he's the healthy one. He finds his one. But can the rookie deliver for Gen.G? Oh, he spotted the cape, betraying him twice.
I think he saw him. I think Saucy also saw him. Second turned instantly around.
Karen's having to accelerate here in a 1v2. Again, both targets weak. A stiff breeze will drop him, but that's
Let's
now
go.
4 pistols in a row.
Let's go.
And last time around, Doug, Saucy was on the Gecko. This time, he's on Sova. He's known for it. And he looks so comfortable. He's 14-7, and his pistol round impact has been impeccable. That trade, by the way, of Zekin onto Texture was unbelievable. That was so much impact right there.
Let's go, team.
Zekin was sitting at 1 shot. To connect a headshot
Saucy's
in a moment
like,
like
yeah,
that, when you're
about
doing
you.
a 180. Insane.
To go from winning 1 pistol to winning all 4. I mean, what a drastic change. Zekin's gonna get gooped. Texture's gonna get aggressive.
Okay.
It's a Guardian shoved
Okay,
down his
Zekin.
throat. The gun difference here for Sentinel, so nice.
Oh,
There's really
yeah.
no way for Gen.G to put up a resistance. They don't have
Oh,
the
this is
weaponry.
disgusting.
They don't have the health. They don't have the personnel. Karen's gonna get his one, but again, Zekin closes the round.
It looks like it's over, boys.
Decisive anti-eco from Sen. Just full sending an A. It was a great flash from Lakia. But Zekin dropping the smoke on himself. Everybody else, the supporting cast of Sentinels, just spamming away, understanding that there's only one way Zekin dies in that moment. And it's Texture walking into that smoke. It's a pretty healthy buy right now from Sen. They didn't drop any rifles or any Spectres that they bought into the round. And it will be the first full buy for Gen.G.
Pacey take across the middle of the map. Every single member with crosshairs trained there too. Look at that, a 1-for-1. Zelsis takes a step back. You see the pings on the minimap. He's spotted here. This is a dangerous fight.
4 members taking a fight against Zelsis. That's full information relayed.
Texture's so weak. But he somehow
Whoa,
stays
how
alive
is
and
he
somehow
still gonna
cleans up
kill?
10s before he even hits the ground. But of course, it's Saucy. Who else? He's been so steady. He's been so stalwart. He's He's been so
This
successful
seems
here.
so good.
And on the international stage again, trying to drag Sentinels across
He's
the
the
finish line.
vet.
Meteor's left in a 1v2,
Oh,
and Saucy gets
Saucy.
another.
Saucy.
Sentinels get to 10.
Saucy has been lights out this entire map. We keep praising his name.
17-7 is absurd.
And he almost has another Hunter's Fury. He did it all with a Bulldog.
He's one of the GOATs.
Texture, he just couldn't settle those shots on the Zelsis right away. It brought him low enough. But just cold.
Oh my god, he winked, bro. What a fucking... Oh my god. What a goat.
For Sentinels. Another bonus converted. Genji, remember, they found success in this exact same play, but this time cautious now.
Yeah,
56 HP. He's got a rifle. One of only two that are standing up is Lakia.
Okay.
Gets aggressive, finds his one. They're dealing a
Oh.
lot of damage here.
Let's go,
But as
Zach.
soon as there's a window for Genji, Sentinels slam it. How in the world does Meteor do this?
He doesn't.
Can he be a spark? Can he be magic?
Oh
Both targets
my
found,
god.
but neither of them claim.
Let's go.
Zekin gets 3, as
Two more
Sentinels get to
rounds?
11. And the light
And Genji's out of the
slowly
tournament.
starting to fade for
Sin
Genji.
beats them for a second time this
The
year.
pace that Sentinels
To
have been putting
get
on
them out of
Genji
a
in this attack
tournament?
half, it's been so quick.
Oh my
It's like
god.
they implemented Genji's own game plan of their attack onto them. But the difference is, Sentinels on their defense played a full retake style. Genji on their defense are trying to fight Sentinels, and it's just not going their way. When center on point, when they're dialed in, they have some of the most cracked aimers in the world.
Different look early on. Sentinels again with a lean towards A. Texture has an op this time, and that's exactly where they're headed. That
Oh
tag
my
is
God.
gonna get 2. Munchkin gets his 1 though.
Okay, they got one back.
Lakia trying to stay alive, has to take a step back as John looks to settle the shots, and it's Meteor who wins it out. Can Texture claw them back into this? It's Zelsis left alone, a 1v3. Lakia's weak, yes, but so is Zelsis. And he's outnumbered here. Meteor gets the
There's a
3 as
world.
Genji gets 6.
There's
It was a
world he
crazy
hits
ult
up.
from Saucy in the beginning of that round, getting a collat tag.
I thought he was gonna get 2 there.
Yeah, right? But the movement, the finesse and backside, Texture finding a window of opportunity. Lakia seeing a barrel, a glimpse of something.
I didn't think it was a barrel. It might have just been the effects of the gun.
Meteor going huge as well in screens.
And I think that's the question now, right? Is who's gonna step
Come
up
on.
for Genji?
One at a time. Let's go.
In that round, it was Meteor. Texture still has the op.
And a different look from Sentinels. It's been all A, all day. Drone will get a tag.
Oh my god.
Saucy is truly in a flow state right now. He
He's
pre-fired
going
that.
crazy.
Didn't even see him.
There's a lot of the defense here.
Motherfucker
Including Texture
pre-firing the
Texture
the
wants
Silva
blood.
drone?
Going for it, but it looks like Sen have something cooked up. Little pop flash play, perhaps.
Will he find a target? He's taking the line. Nothing found
God.
yet.
Look at this from Sen.
This freeze is crazy, but the problem is they're on the clock. You can't stay in this state forever.
Look at the mini-map. Just biding their time. It's a free B site right now.
Zekin with a massive shot. The op is down. Lakia and Munchkin with 2 ults.
He just saw him.
Rotating back B, and there it is, the first popped. Saucy managing to get the spike down, though.
No.
It's Tens. Back sight, plucking
can
one down,
aim.
trying to turn the flash. Succeeds, but dies. Now numbers still the way of Sentinels. With the spike down,
Hello,
John GT
timing.
looks to get away. A couple of parting shots. His threats as Lakia falls. Munchkin on his own, a 1v3. He's gotten it down to 1. A 1v1. Can Munchkin deliver? Perhaps the biggest 1v1 of his career. The tap, there, the swing.
Let's go, Zelsis.
Walks out on top. Sentinels
Needed
gets the
that.
point. He wasn't
Let's
kidding.
go.
Sentinels said they were out for blood.
Let's go, son.
That's exactly where they're at now.
Just gotta let it sit right now. Texture. Too many targets to look at. Getting double swung.
We're there, boys.
Freeze though from the side of Sen. It made two members that were supporting Texture in that moment rotate all the way back into A site.
Oh my God, he's shitting on them.
No info was
Rob is so hyped. Yeah, feels bad. My team better.
I don't blame Gen G for rotating over. It's very common for teams to leave a solo operator posted on that B line, but it's a false sense of security that was their demise.
Hey, this has been a good night. I'm glad I watch partied
This
this.
might be the last time out that Gen G will take at Champs 2024, Doug. Economy not looking too hot from the side of Gen G. And the ultimate economy is off the charts right now for Sentinels. You guys will all see it when this timeout ends.
I mean, what do you say to your team in a moment like this? If you're Gen G, what do you say if you're solo here?
You gotta pray.
All you can do is band together. It's exactly what you just saw the coaching staff do on the screen. There's the ults that you were just talking about. 4 of 5 the way of Sentinels. They've got everything they could possibly want. Remember, on Lotus, they got to the 1 yard line, and then Gen G put together a ferocious comeback, but it wasn't enough. Can they do it again? And can they close out the map here?
Sentinels are wise to something.
Yeah, the dizzy.
Come on, close it out.
They know.
And you can't recover that either, Doug.
Exactly, that's not a dizzy. They're going to be able to scoot back up.
Sentinels understood.
Let's go.
That they're at match point right now. It's elimination for Gen G. Players get desperate at a time like this. They want to force things, make things happen. That's why you see a red wall across the board. Nobody has really pushed past the barrier.
That desperation can be a fine line, though.
I mean, look at the mini-map. From the start of the game, it was 3 players towards A, a shift towards mid now. There was a dagger used.
Texture's going to be called upon to deliver. The hour has struck. Can he arrive? No.
That's game.
Overwhelms him. With the rest of Sentinels behind him, they push forward, looking to take A. Can Karen hold the line? The flash in his face. He will crumble too. Now just 1 rifle up for Gen G.
Bye-bye, Gen G.
Dreams of a year. Potentially falling short right now.
What? Buffer? Right now?
They raised the trophy in Shanghai. But it would have been so much sweeter to do so in front of a home crowd. But now, Lockie and Munchkin doing their best.
Come on, guys.
To keep this thing up, to keep it competitive. They're going to have to navigate the pit. Every single member crumbling.
Let's go, Sin.
Burns red. Sentinels survive.
Hey. Bye, Gen G. See you next year, Gen G.
It feels like Sen always take the hard route, Doug.
Oh my God, look at them. They're so happy.
This one was really, really tough. What a fight from Gen G.
They're mad as shit.
But
they had a good year.
Besting Gen G on the maps that they bested them in the final, the last time around. Closing it out on Icebox.
Bro.
Heartbreak for Gen G.
Yeah, I understand, but they won this year. Like,
the weight of the year. The expectations, the hopes, the
GG, bro.
aspirations. Coming up short. And so Gen G bow for the last time in 2024.
they're gonna be back next year.
Bested by Sentinels. Again, the only 2 teams that have tasted international glory this year. But it's Sentinels who come out on top. Nothing but love between the 2 players, between the 2 squads, as you can see on your screens.
A lot of respect.
Oh, a ton. From the coaching staff to the players, from top to bottom.
Look at Zelsis. He's in the Joel Embiid.
Well, you can always count on Zelsis, Tad. Let me give you a moment.
All right, GG. That's good streams.
What a performance, man.
It was ridiculous.
I'm in them, both of them.
We said it in the last match against FPX. Once this team gets momentum,
Just wanted to watch party this with you guys real quick.
Forward, full train ahead.
I need to go the fuck to sleep though. I have work tomorrow.
Well, the thing is, I think for Sentinels, as you think about stage 2 and you think about playoffs, for most
But
of
GG
stage 2,
everyone.
Okay, Sentinels are peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
They're going to head into champs, and they're going to head into champs strong, confident. They have a chance to make a run, but they hit a couple of stumbling blocks along the way, and we thought, okay, what team is showing up in Seoul?